Why are you recording me? I didn't consent to record me. Oh wait, that's just my phone. I'm dumb. Anyway, as you guys might know, it's August 14th, so that means the first week of high school is already done. Well, for me anyways. I don't know about anyone else that's seeing this, but I don't expect people to see this video. So, it's just for me, to look back on the years when I graduate or something, or a couple months. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's get into the video. I wanted to start this video with saying I am a freshman, so that means it's my first year of high school. And I'd like to give my experiences on that. So, day one, first day, first day was probably the worst day, in my opinion, because I was scared. I was shaking in my boots. I didn't know what to do, right? Most people don't know what to do on the first day of school. Even if you're a sophomore, you're a junior or senior, or any upperclassman, they probably scared also, because it's first day back, trying to make first impressions. Maybe there's new people, but for them, it's most of the kids are the same. But for me, there's a lot of new kids, right? Because it's a new campus, new teachers, new people, new policies. I'll get into that later, But yeah, the first day, it was pretty scary. When I first got to school, I was I didn't know what to do. So I just sat down in the lunch areas and I just waited. I was sitting there. I was counting, I was looking up. I was just doing anything I could to pass the time, right? But then the bell rang, and that's the worst part, because I didn't know what to do. But then I found out that we had homeroom. We go to homeroom before first period. So oh, okay, that's fine. So then I went to homeroom. I found my homeroom, and I sat down, and I look around. There's nobody I know. So yo, what am I gonna do? Until literally right before the class starts, 3 kids who I know walk in, and they're yo, Ethan, and they I was saved. And then they sat next to me, and I was oh, this is chill, we don't do anything in this class. So I was on my Chromebook, I was trying to hack into the Blicket mainframe. I was going on crypto stuff, crypto hack, whatever it's called, I forgot. And then I was playing other unblocked games, and then I was high school might be all that. So then the bell rang, and then I go into my actual first period. I'll just show you my schedule first. I don't know if you guys can see. It's probably flipped, but I'll just read it off. For first period, I got health. Then I got second period geometry. Then third period, I got advanced PE because, I'm fast. And then photography, so I could take, photos and stuff. And then college and career, they got switched last minute to ASB leadership. And then I got Espanol, 7th period, 8th period biology, and then and that's all my classes. So then anyway, back to the story. I go to my first period, right? I got lost. If I'm being honest, I went in the opposite direction. I don't want to cross the entire school because I did not know where to go. Because I wasn't trying to ask the upperclassmen because I was scared of them, But then I find the cave in, you're you know what? Can't be that bad. So then I go up to the closest guy I see, I go, excuse me, sir. Oh, I didn't call him sir, but he looked like a sir. He had a full-on beard. He had a tattoo on his arm. It was crazy. So it went something like this. I was excuse me, do you know where my room 207 is? And then he was yeah, it's over here. He's you know what? Let me take you. So then we were walking, we're walking. And then he was are you new here? And then I was yeah, I'm new here. And then he was oh, so you're a freshman? And then he was yeah. I was I'm a freshman. Oh, okay, nice to meet you. And he said his name, he said, my name is this, that, and that. And then he took me to a class. He's oh, this is your class. He said, I had this class when I was a freshman, and I actually passed it, and it was pretty good. So I was yo, really? And he's yeah. And I was okay, thank you. And then I walked into class, like this, and I sit down, and I'm thinking to myself, I already know senior, I'm feeling good, I got friends now. He's not really my friend, I just know him, But I was feeling nice, And then I sit down, and then it was literally nothing. Like, we just did icebreakers, and then we did like a little assignment, and then yeah, it was chill. And then I went to my next period. Which is the next year? I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, it was geometry. Geometry, same thing. Icebreakers. I knew like 1 or 2 people in that class. It was chill. It was really chill. And then next, I keep forgetting. Next, I had PE. And I was like, yo, I ain't trying to do no PE on the first day of school, right? But when I get there, I sit down, and it's nice, we're in the basketball court, right? So like, I'll play basketball. But then I couldn't. We sat down, and I couldn't do anything, right? It was boring. But some of my friends from middle school were there, right? So I was like, this is nice. But they're in the other class. But then the teacher let us like move around, and we could sit wherever we want. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with them. And then I was playing some more games on my Chromebook, you know. I was like hacking into the mainframe and stuff, you know. I was trying to hack Schoology, but it didn't work, you know, obviously. And then after PE, it was lunch, I think. Oh no, I got lunch before PE. This is horrible. I got lunch before PE. And then after, I went to photography. And at first, I was like, this class is boring, right? Because we're just doing little like doodles and drawing and stuff. And then I was like, I might switch out, you know, because like I didn't like that class. It was full of like upperclassmen. I actually knew nobody in that class. Like my other core classes, I at least knew like 1 to 3 people, right? But then in this one, I was like, there's nobody here, right? So I was gonna switch, but then I changed it. I didn't want to switch today. I'll get into that later, you know. So then the second day, right, I got through 4 of my classes already, but then the second day I get 4 more classes because it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So then same thing, you know, the bell rings, I go to school, but this time there's a new policy. Yonder pouch. This thing right here. We have to open it with like a magnet, like put a magnet in. We open it up. I can't do it right now because I don't have a magnet. You don't have a magnet. And then you put your phone in there, right? Put your phone, and it's locked to the end of the day. So like, what the heck? I'm not gonna put no phone in no Yonder pouch. But then they're like, you have to. I was like, fine. I don't want to get in trouble, you know. I'm a little freshman. I don't want to get in trouble. But then it was like, all right, you know, it didn't really matter at the end of the day because like I didn't go on my phone anyway until like the bell rang to go home. So anyway, homeroom was the same, you know. Homeroom was chill. We did like our like little name thing. We made like name tents for ourselves. It was cool. I was seeing with my friends again, you know, we're laughing and stuff. And then sixth period, this one's different. I got ASB leadership. I was like, man, was college and career better? Because I didn't even know college and career is. I still don't know what that is, you know. But maybe I'll find out later, you know, next year or something like that. But I went to ASB, that class. It was full of 7th graders and like juniors and seniors. And like they were like 2 sophomores. So I just like sat next to the 7th graders, you know, because I didn't know what else to do, right? Cause like I'm not gonna sit next to no senior or like sophomore because they already had like their own little table. So I just sat next to this little 7th graders. And I was like, hello guys, and then they didn't talk to me, right? I was like, what? I'm an upperclassman, gotta respect me. They just like looked at me and like started laughing at me. So I got mad, right? Well, I didn't get mad, but like I was like a little annoyed. So I just sat down, you know. And then they had the ASB member come and he was giving a little speech on his MacBook and like saying like, hello, I'm the president and all that stuff. And then after that, we had to do icebreakers. So the ASB board members go around each little table to give icebreakers. And then it was so like it was awkward because like they would ask something and people wouldn't say anything. There was like silence everywhere. It was crazy, right? But that class was chill. And then hopefully I think on Monday I got that class again. So I'm about to like pick my committee and stuff. I might do like photography since I'm already do photography class. So I might use my camera and stuff. Yeah, that class was chill. And then after that, seventh period, I think I got English. Wait, no. Wait a minute. Oh, I lied. Sixth period is ASB, right? That's after first period. I got confused, my bad. So first period, I had English. After homeroom, I went to English. And English, my English teacher is like a 7th grade teacher, right? So his class is like full of like colorful stuff. And like, I felt invited, you know? I was like, oh, this is nice, you know? Like, thank you. Because like, it felt like welcoming and warm, right? So I sat down in my class. And then he's like, welcome class, you know? But I like that you're sitting down, but there's a sign scene. So I was like, what the heck? I hate assigned seating. Because, like, I don't know anybody, right? So I was just going to sit alone. But then, like, now I have to sit next to somebody. So he does assigned sitting, right? And I get sit next to this nice guy. And he's like, yo, my name's, like, Alex and whatever. I low-key forgot his name. I just did a fake name. Anyway, he was like, yo, my name's this, that. And I was like, nice to meet you. And then we were doing, like, icebreakers again, right? I was like, yo, I'm kind of getting bored of icebreakers, you know? But then this one was chill. It was like a template we had to fill out, like a sheet about each other and stuff. So it was nice. And then ASB, I already told you about ASB. And then next, after that, I think it's after English, I had ASB, and then I had Spanish, right? I was like, I do not know nothing of Spanish, like, nothing. I know no words. I only know uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, and seis. I don't even know all that, you know. My 1,000-day Duolingo streak has failed me, right? So I was expecting the worst in that class. I thought, like, the teacher was going to come out and start speaking full-on Spanish, but it wasn't like that, you know. She was speaking, it was nice, you know. She spoke in Spanish and English. She said it first in English and then Spanish, so we could, like, pick it up, you know. And that class is just same as all the other classes. Icebreakers, man. Yeah, actually, now I think about it, it was just icebreakers. We did nothing. She said to go get a notebook for next class, and then, yeah, that's it. And then after that class, I had biology. And, man, anyway, as I was saying, biology, that's probably my favorite class so far, you know. Biology is supposed to be hard, right? Like, in the future, but, like, right now, I like the teacher. I like the kids in the class. I got a lot of my friends in that class, so, you know, it's chill. And the teacher was cracking jokes all the time. You know, I was giggling in my seat, like, right? So, because he was funny and stuff. He was talking about like, how he has, like, a 7-foot rabbit, and he's, like, a time traveler, and he has a whole bunch of clones. I don't even know if he's joking or not, because, like, he might be telling the truth. And, like, now I seem crazy. But that class was chill, you know. He just told us to get a notebook. I don't care which it is. We're going to take a lot of notes. And, yeah, that was the second day. I went home. I was, like, walking home. It was, like, jolly, you know. I was, like, skipping and stuff. And then, yeah, I went home. I went to sleep. And I was thinking about the last day, you know. Last day of the first week of school. I was like, I did it. I got the same classes as the first day of school. So I had homeroom, biology, math, lunch, PE, and then photography. So I was like, you know, I'm excited to see, like, what's more into this stuff, you know, these classes and stuff. So then I go to school, do the little yonder thing again, and then I realize my backpack is too light. I check, I don't have my Chromebook. I forgot my Chromebook at home. It was charging. I was like, maybe we don't use it, you know? Like, first day we barely used it, you know? Like, I was kind of bummed because I couldn't play games in class in, like, my homeroom, you know? So I was like, man, this guy's gonna be boring, right? But then I go to homeroom ends. I was, like, drawing, you know, I was, like, doing little coloring and stuff. And then homeroom ends. Then I go to my first period. I got biology. I'm like, you know, okay. You know, last time we didn't even use our Chromebooks. But then he says, we have 3 assignments to do. It's due today. We have notes on Chromebook. More notes on Chromebook. and then a quiz on Chromebook. Quiz on the third day of school? I was like shocked. I was like, and all on Chromebook. So I had to do it on paper. I was like, writing. I was trying to practice my cursive, you know. My cursive is like bad, but like I'm still gonna use it, you know, because like that's cool. Cursive is cool. And then surprisingly, you know, he was like, okay, I accept paper. I understand you forgot your Chromebook. I was like, let's go, right? I was like, you know what? When I get home, I'm making sure I don't forget my Chromebook. And then after that, I go to my math class. I'm like, hopefully I don't gotta do Chromebook in this one. But then the teacher, you know, I like that teacher. He's really chill. He didn't like Chromebooks and stuff. He said it today. He didn't like Chromebooks and stuff. So we just did we were like starting our lesson on like geometry. And so we were coloring like little like stuff, like triangles to make like a symmetrical shape. It was pretty cool. But then like halfway through the class, he's like, we gotta go get textbooks. So now I gotta carry this giant thing in my backpack. He's like weighing down my backpack. But it's alright, you know, I only gotta take it during math days. So that's alright. And then lunch, you know, lunch starts and like, you know, it was freshman Friday. It was the first freshman Friday of the year. So like freshmen were getting jumped everywhere. Like the seniors were like pummeling all the freshmen. All the upperclassmen, you know, were just like hunting down the freshmen. And I got jumped and I got shoved in a locker. And I went face first into a trash can. No, that didn't happen, but like close enough, you know, like nah, nothing even happened. That lunch was the most boring lunch ever. I found some of my friends and then like we just sat down and I ate my lunch and like that's it. And then I was like to myself in my head, I was like, you know, hopefully I don't get jumped, you know. I was like, ooh, I was shaking my boots. And then like I was just like keeping my head down, you know. I don't know why I was thinking something was gonna happen, right? Until because I think it was just like I was nervous like the entire week and stuff until and then I found my friends and it was better. And then afterwards I went to, what did I do after? Oh yeah, I went to PE again. PE was the same thing. And after, it was nice, you know. I went to PE, and then after I had photography, and we had to take more notes and stuff. And then that's it. That's the end of the first week of high school. Maybe I'll do a backpack video tomorrow or something during the weekend. Alright. Thank you, whoever is watching this besides myself. I'll see you in the next one.